So I started to see, I said, okay, if he has a following or she has a following,
Yeah.
they come on my podcast, now that's a different set of eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. So reach out and I get a Steve Harvey. I reach out and I get some of these big name, a Magic Johnson, some of these other guys. Wednesday night, we had a thing in New York for YouTube, the Brandcast with the NFL. And I was on a panel with Commissioner Goodell, and I said what television did for sporting events, Katt Williams did for Club Shay Shay, because you had to take me serious now. It's the most viewed interview in
All time.
history. Yeah. It pushed me to the forefront. Now Club Shay Shay is the biggest podcast on YouTube of all, not just sports. If a podcast is on YouTube, Club Shay Shay is number one.
Shannon Sharpe's story is often told backwards. People see the Hall of Fame jacket, the gold chains, the sharp suits, the viral interviews, and they assume the money came first. That football made him rich. That fame carried him. That media was just a comfortable second act. That assumption is wrong. Football gave Shannon Sharpe credibility, but leverage made him wealthy, and that distinction is everything.
The thing is we have a hard time seeing someone that looks like us have more than us. It's not the fact that they don't have it, they just don't want you to have it. Because for the longest time, because I've had homies, as long as I was doing what they were doing, had the exact same thing as they had, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
We cool.
Yeah.
I started to go here, they didn't go with me.
Yeah.
Now it's a problem.
Yeah.
I changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Unfortunate part about it, you didn't change with me. But it's sad.
Because if you strip away the Super Bowls, the ESPN desk, the viral clips, and the celebrity guests, what you're really looking at is a man who understood earlier than most that attention without ownership is just noise, and voice without control is temporary. Shannon Sharpe didn't just survive the transition from athlete to media, he mastered it. And by 2025, he had built one of the most powerful independent media machines in Black sports culture.
I made more money on Katt Williams alone than I made in any year that I played the NFL.
Let's break that down. He made more in the Katt Williams interview than any single year in the NFL. If we look at Shannon's most paid year, it came in 2000 when he played for the Ravens, made about $5 million that year. The Katt Williams video has about 61 million views in 2 months. Not to mention every news outlet in the world picked this up, countless short form videos. It's not crazy to think this has billions of impressions. If we look at just YouTube, the average creator in the influencer market makes a little over 1 cent per ad view. When you do the math on it, it comes out to just below 1.1 million. That's on a low end. I speculate it's much higher than that. And that's not including ad sponsors, other platforms, and all the networks that pick this up. But I think Shannon's making a ton more money after the fact through new deals and sponsorships that discovered him because of this interview. And maybe the biggest part of this is Shannon's liquor brand that's absolutely blowing up since the interview.
Shannon Sharpe was never supposed to make it. Born in Chicago and raised in Glenville, Georgia, a town so small most people couldn't find it on a map, Sharpe didn't come from privilege, pipelines, or hype. He didn't go to a powerhouse football school. He didn't have early endorsements. He didn't even get drafted high. In 1990, Shannon Sharpe was selected 192nd overall in the 7th round by the Denver Broncos. That's the round where careers usually die before they start. But Sharpe didn't just survive the league. He redefined his position. He became one of the first tight ends to be used as a true receiving weapon, stretching defenses, forcing mismatches, and changing how offenses were built. By the time he retired, he had 3 Super Bowl rings, over 10,000 receiving yards, a Hall of Fame induction. Financially, his NFL career earned him roughly $22 million across 14 seasons. That was good money for his era, but it wasn't generational. Shannon Sharpe knew that, and that's where his real strategy began. When Shannon Sharpe retired in 2003, he didn't chase nostalgia, he chased positioning. He entered sports media not as a mascot or former player telling safe stories, but as an analyst who spoke plainly, argued aggressively, and wasn't afraid to be unpopular. He joined CBS, then later Fox Sports, and eventually became one half of Undisputed alongside Skip Bayless. This is where most people misunderstand the move. Undisputed wasn't about debate, it was about audience capture. Day after day, Sharpe sharpened his voice, his timing, his confidence on camera. He learned how narratives move, how clips travel, how controversy fuels engagement, how emotion drives retention. And most importantly, he learned how networks profit from personalities. That knowledge would later become priceless. By the time he left Fox Sports and eventually joined ESPN's First Take, Sharpe was reportedly earning millions per year. Some estimates placed his ESPN salary around $6 to $7 million annually. For most people, that's the peak. For Shannon Sharpe, it was still the warm-up. Shannon Sharpe didn't become truly wealthy on television. He became wealthy when he stopped letting networks own his voice. In the early 2000s, Sharpe launched Club Shay Shay, a long-form interview podcast that didn't feel like television, didn't move like radio, and didn't obey old media rules. It was slower, deeper, unfiltered, and it worked. What made Club Shay Shay different wasn't the guests, it was control. Sharpe wasn't renting airtime. He wasn't waiting for approvals. He wasn't chasing ratings windows. He owned the platform. That ownership paid off in January 2024, when a single interview with comedian Katt Williams exploded across the internet. The episode crossed tens of millions of views, dominated cultural conversation, and reset the media landscape overnight. Shannon Sharpe later revealed something that stunned people. He made more money from that one podcast episode than he ever made in any single NFL season. That statement is the entire episode, because it proves something most people still don't understand. Media ownership now beats athletic excellence. By 2025, Club Shay Shay wasn't just a podcast, it was infrastructure. Under Shay Shay Media, Sharpe expanded into multiple shows, including Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Together, these platforms generated revenue through YouTube ad monetization, direct sponsorships, licensing deals, brand integrations, platform leverage. Industry estimates suggested Sharpe was earning $10 to $15 million per year from media alone. At one point, reports surfaced that Sharpe was in talks for a 9-figure media deal, potentially exceeding $100 million, tied directly to his independent platforms. Not a network job. That's the difference between salary and scale. Shannon Sharpe didn't stop at content. He extended his brand into products, launching Le Portier Cognac, a premium spirits brand tied closely to his image 84, a luxury streetwear line referencing his jersey number. These weren't random celebrity cash grabs. They were brand-aligned extensions, products that made sense for his audience and reinforced his positioning as refined, confident, and unapologetically black. On top of that, Sharpe maintained endorsement relationships with companies like Nike, Pepsi, and Coors Light over the years, leveraging trust, not just visibility. In 2025, Shannon Sharpe faced public controversy and legal challenges that reportedly resulted in a significant settlement. Headlines focused on the numbers. Speculation ran wild. But here's what matters from a built-in black lens. Sharpe didn't collapse because his income wasn't tied to a single employer. When ESPN cut ties, his platforms still existed. His audience still followed. His catalog still paid. His leverage remained intact. That's the difference between being employed and being positioned. This isn't a football story. It's not even a media story. It's a leverage story. Shannon Sharpe understood that. Talent gets you in the door, voice builds attention, ownership builds wealth. He used football to earn credibility, used television to learn the system, then used the internet to escape it. By 2025, Shannon Sharpe's net worth estimates ranged widely, from $14 million to $30 million, depending on how settlements and valuations were calculated. But the number misses the point, because his earning power, his ability to generate money independently, was stronger than ever. Shannon Sharpe didn't win by being the loudest. He won by being independent. He didn't chase approval, he chased control. And that's why his story belongs in Built in Black. Because wealth isn't just about money earned, it's about systems owned. And Shannon Sharpe built one loud enough that the world had no choice but to listen.